welcoming you to Six in the City. Fuller, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you as
Yeah,
well.
well,
I see
good
you
to see
got
you
some
working
crimson
again.
on.
Well, we're in a busy time of year. Things are going. Look, a lot of things are not happening, but we still have several things coming up, and a lot of great people to talk to in this show. So tell us who all's lined up.
Well, first off, we're going to talk to Dr. Jerry Woods. He's with the Jackson-Madison County NAACP. They've got a virtual Freedom Fund banquet that's coming up this Sunday, October the 25th. And then Reverend Newdollar is going to be here. There's he is part of fundraisingcup.org ministry. So we're going to hear a little bit about that and find out more. And then also, we're going to find out what's happening at Discovery Park out in Union City because John Watkins, who is the grounds director, he's here. So we're going to get the inside scoop from John. Dr. Kimberly Martin, she's vice president at the College of Professionals, and Lindsay Dawkins, who is University Relations Communications Specialist, both are with Bethel University. They're going to talk to us a little bit about what's going on at Bethel. And then our entertainment for today is Miss Joyce. Miss Joyce has been on with us before, but it's been a while, so it's good to see her smiling face again. So
we're gonna have time to talk to her today, I believe, right?
I think we are.
I think we'll be talking a segment with Miss Joyce, so we're looking forward to all that. But great lineup of folks, many things happening out there, and we look forward to hearing more about Discovery Park and Bethel University, as well as the Freedom Fund banquet. So that's all ahead. Let's get ready to go because this is Six in the City.
It's still hard to think that your child had cancer. The thought of them not being here, it was terrifying.
Going through treatment for cancer can be quite difficult for patients. That's why platelets are so vital.
When he would get the platelets, he would perk right up. Just so thankful that somebody had taken the time out of their day to donate platelets.
Please help give them hope and the strength to carry on. Donate platelets.
Doing what's never been done. The American Public Power Association includes over 2,000 local public utility systems. Over 15 years, the APPA has presented RP3 awards, recognizing system reliability, safety, workforce development, and improvement. JA in 2020 not only received the top-level Diamond RP3 award, it was presented to JA for the 7th time. No utility has been so recognized. Honored Public Power, another part of JEA Today.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller welcoming you back to Six in the City, an opportunity to visit with Dr. Jerry Woods, who does many things in this community, but he is here today representing the NAACP and their Freedom Fund banquet that is coming up this month. But Dr. Woods, I understand now we're going to do this virtually. So how's this going to work?
Well, Brother Steve, first let me thank you and Cassandra for this great opportunity and all the great work you all do. We're talking about, Steve and Cassandra, our 57th annual Freedom Fund Banquet Gala. However, it's our first virtual banquet gala. So we
hopefully it'll be the first and last virtual one, right, Jerry?
Absolutely. But as we said before, you all are just on the vanguard to see what we're actually doing, Steve. We're going forward as we've always done. Everything will be pre-recorded. The speakers are singing and everything. But what we've been able to work with, we work periodically with our local caterers. So we've been blessed to work with Old Country Store, Clark and Juanita out at the Old Country Store, who are our caterers anyway. And so what we've been able to do for the banquet part, all of our table hosts and ticket patrons will receive a dining voucher from the Old Country Store, and they'll be able to dine at their leisure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So in that way, what that does, Cassandra, first time out, you know, it's kind of hard to call something a gala and a banquet and people don't eat. So what we want to do, we're excited about that. And it's a good thing too, because Clark and Juanita, if you will recall, Clark donated a couple of chairs from bar stools for
Yes.
Woolworth back
Woolworth,
in the
yes,
civil rights.
sure did.
So we're going to tie into that, and I think we're going to have a little clip from Juanita and Clark standing by those bar stools, stools to just tie into that civil rights era. So we're excited about it.
Yeah. Who will be the speaker this year?
Our invited speaker is Reverend Keith Norman, Dr. Keith Norman from Memphis. He does a lot in the community. He's very well known in a lot of the churches in this area also. Of course, our speakers were somewhat limited for the fact that everything being virtual,
Right.
they have to be able to get it to us. So he's invited, and we're pretty much excited about him. We're very much excited about him coming. And just about, as I told you, I think, Steve, a week ago, we're 99% sure that things are going to work well for him.
Okay.
As
Well,
far as
Jerry,
scheduling.
Dr. Jerry, how do you want people to find out about this?
Well, actually, we are on 6 in the City. There's one thing about it.
Yay!
But for ticket information, we'd ask them to call the office at 731-927-7004. And as we've done in the past, we've worked with our sponsors, and you all, a big shout out to our fine Jackson City in Madison County. We're having good response. And now some of the sponsors, Steve and Cassandra, are not able to give it the level they've been giving, but they're trying to do something. And I think that's a plus for our city of Jackson and for Madison County. Now, we had several, mentioned the city of Jackson, several, JEA, several of these individuals, if you recall now, Steve, you know, we do the Freedom Fund banquet. It's always every Memorial Day.
Right.
But we had to reschedule it. So several of those individuals had already committed back in May, and they did not want their funds back. They just said, well, when you do it again, just count us in.
Okay.
So we had several sponsors to already sign up back in May, and now we're adding our other sponsors. So we're just excited about it. We're going to try to get everything as closely pre-recorded as possible.
So, Jerry, what do I do on the 25th?
We're excited about it.
On the 25th, am I able to tune in during that time period? Is that what happens, or just whenever I want?
What we'll do, Steve, and we'll get it with you all anyway, but what we'll do for the table sponsors and ticket sponsors, they will receive their dining coupons as well as the login information, where they will be able to log in at 6:30 on the 25th and view the Freedom Fund Gala.
All right.
Jerry, how much are tickets?
Tickets are $65 individually, but a table of 8 is $400.
All right.
So we did not increase our ticket prices. What we did, though, we know all of us in COVID together, and so we went back and adjusted our sponsorship level.
Okay.
And we took out the highest level because we know everybody is trying to work with everyone. And as I say before, companies are saying, I mean, JEA still came in for us. Bank Corps came in for us. So we're talking to individuals that maybe have not been able to give as much as they've been given in the past. A lot of times, Steve, as you know, it's not the amount. It's just that that will, that act of goodwill and cooperation that people are still supporting your program.
Okay.
That's right.
Jerry, thank you so very much. The Freedom
Thanks,
Fund
Jerry.
banquet, the number is 927-7004, right, Jerry? 927-7004.
Yeah, and that is, yes, sir. And the 57th Freedom Fund Banquet, Fund Banquet Gala, first annual virtual. It'll be October 25th, 2020. Looking to see you there. And Steve will certainly be in touch with you and Cassandra. And thank you all so much for your great
We really
work.
appreciate you being with us.
We appreciate it.
We're going to be back with
Have a
more as
great
we
day.
continue. This is Six in
Six
the City.
I'm Mark Taylor. I'm the owner of Renew Biomedical Services based out of here in Jackson, Tennessee. We're a provider of biomedical services for medical professionals. At Renew Biomedical, our use of telecom is of utmost importance. We have to reach our customers in a timely fashion so we can diagnose and service their equipment needs. So E+ Broadband allows Renew Biomedical to connect effectively with our customers in whichever way they choose, via email, phone, Skype, teleconferencing, in any way you can imagine.
Need to check your bill balance? Set a payment extension. Get outage notifications. With JEA, it's easy. Text. When you enroll in JEA alerts, you open all those possibilities. To enroll, text JOIN, J-O-I-N, to 53248. Text JOIN to 53248. If your cell phone number is current, two-way texting is yours. Real-time communication, direct customer service with JEA today.
Say it and see it with voice control. Find your favorites faster across live, recorded, and streaming TV. Movies, shows, news, sports, music are just a voice command away. Show me action movies. Just for kids. Every result personalized based on viewing habits and time of day. Say it, watch it. It's that easy with the power of voice control.
Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller welcoming you back to Six in the City. We continue to feature people in this community. Reverend Newdollar is with us, and we're going to find out together about fundraisingcup.org. Reverend, good to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me today.
Yeah. What is Fundraising Cup?
Fundraisingcup.org is a ministry that's helped homeless women with babies. We started here in Jackson, Tennessee a while back, and we started strictly as a homeless shelter, but we also have our church here. We brought our church here as well.
Okay. What is that church?
And what church is that?
It's called fundraisingcup.org ministry.
Ministries, okay.
Okay.
All right, so
And where is it?
Go ahead, Cassandra, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, do you guys have a brick and mortar?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We have a brick and mortar building at 127 Barham. And we have a small little church, but our homeless shelter and our ministry is more of an outgoing program, which in turn what we do is we also, with my background, I started helping other nonprofits fundraise and helping them raise funds. So what in turn is in Jackson, I help the homeless shelter and other facilities come together, deal with their social media, with their networking, with their finance, with their structure of their business credit as well.
Okay.
So a lot of times, nonprofits don't have the time to deal with all the aspects and even with grant writers. So what I do is I bring all that together, listen to what they do, and bring it forward.
Okay.
And so that's the biggest part with, let's say, a homeless shelter. They don't have the time. They're busy running their day-to-day operation. So I go in, look at everything, talk to sponsors, talk to donors, and talk to good people like yourself, for they can understand that the process, I can make the process smooth.
Okay. When I go to fundraisingcup.org, what will I find there?
Well, you'll find children that have been abandoned, homeless, children that are sick, children that need medical care, not just in the United States, but in other places like Africa, India. There are children around the world that need, I'm just going to say, some love and some financial support because of medical conditions. Like one young man looked like he has a spider bite this big.
Okay.
And in our day and time, brown recluse, we could go to the ER, but when you're in a third world, fourth world country, it's harder to get that care. So I was, before COVID hit, I was in Africa.
Okay.
I was out in the jungles. I was out at the where there's no running water, no electricity, barely dirt roads. And you probably can't imagine with children, when they have a medical condition, there's it's like almost 100 miles away just to get a doctor.
So is there an opportunity to sponsor these children, or what do you do there?
Say that again?
Is there an opportunity to sponsor these children, or they'll take care of them? Or
say it one more time, little. I'm sorry, I couldn't.
Is there an opportunity at fundraisingcup.org to sponsor a child, or how do I get involved with it?
Well, you can sponsor a child directly, one-to-one, or the organization, you sponsor us, where we go out to different parts of the country, inside the United States, outside the United States, and we personally see about making sure that money is going to the right place.
Okay. Fundraisingcup.org, right?
Fundraisingcup.org. Fundraisingcup.org.
Okay. Is the website, so be sure to check that out. Reverend, it's good to have you with us. We hope to
Thank you very much.
Good to have you
Yes,
in
sir.
Jackson, Tennessee.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. We're delighted to have this young lady back with us. We're going to the main stage, as we call it, and we welcome back to Six in the City, Miss Joyce.
Grandma's hands clap for church on Sunday morning. Grandma's hands play the tambourine so well. Grandma's hands used to issue out a warning. She'd say, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. It might be snakes there in the grass. Grandma's hands, grandma's hands, soothes the local unwed mother. Grandma's hands used to ache sometimes and swell. Grandma's hands used to lift her face and tell her, she'd say, baby, grandma, understand that you really love that man. Put yourself in Jesus' hands, grandma's hands. Grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's hands, they come in handy here. Oh, grandma's hands, she would issue out a warning. She'd say, Billy, don't you run so fast. Might fall on a piece of glass. It might be snakes there in the grass. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands. Grandma's hands used to hand me a piece of candy. Grandma's hands pick me up each time I fell. Oh, grandma's hands, oh, they really came in handy. She said, baby, don't you whoop that boy. What you want him spanking for? He ain't picked no albacore, but I don't have grandma anymore. When I get to heaven, I look for grandma's hands.
With E Plus broadband and Watch TV everywhere, you can now take your TV on the go. Just visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to sign up. Then you're all set to catch your favorite shows, movies, and sports wherever and whenever you want on any internet-connected device. Choose from our growing selection of networks from your cable package at no extra charge. Visit WatchTVEverywhere.com to learn more. It's easy to sign up for E Plus Broadband's TV Everywhere.
Want to receive account information via text? When you enroll in JA Alerts, you can. Text to get a bill balance, due date, set a payment extension, receive an outage notification, reply to report an electric outage. Text JOIN, J-O-I-N, text JOIN to 53248, 53248. Cell phone number must be current and attached to your JA account. Visit jaxenergy.com/textalerts for more information.
Here at the Emergency Operations Center, we rely on E Plus Broadband Fiber Network to better serve Madison County. With high-speed internet, we track storms and natural disasters in real time. Also, fiber internet gives us the speed to host training classes preparing responders from all over the county and state. The phone system allows us flexibility to stay in contact and make conference calls with both in and out of the office with local, state, and federal agencies. Connectivity is an important part of emergency management.
You're working with us on this.
You're up.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller with you, talking through the headphones about Dr. John Watkins. John Watkins is with us. John, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, it's good to have you with us. We're going to get the latest on what's happening at Discovery Park. Still on a Thursday through Monday schedule, John?
That's correct.
Okay, so
we do our deep cleaning on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, make sure everybody's safe and the park is in good shape.
And you can find out more at discoveryparkofamerica.com. So be sure to visit that site. Well, we're glad to have you with us. We're going through a transition in seasons. We're on the way to Halloween, and I don't know if you got big things planned up there or.
He's like, we skipped Halloween. We're going on
right straight to Christmas.
We go straight to Christmas. Yes,
right.
it's we seem to get earlier every year. It seems like we're earlier than Walmart or Lowe's now. They put out Christmas trees in September, so that's what we've been busy. That's what we've been busy doing. We're getting ready for our. I was trying to count back. I think this may be our 7th annual, maybe our 8th annual Let It Glow light show.
Okay.
Oh wow. So how many lights are involved in Let It Glow light show?
Oh me, this year we're well over 1 million.
Oh my God.
Still going into the counting mode on that, but we're getting close to about 1,200,000 lights this year.
Goodness, how long does it take you to get those 1 million some odd lights out?
It takes a little while. We generally start in mid-September. It's still 80, 90 degrees outside, and we're trying to get in the spirit of putting up Christmas lights. It's sometimes that's a little bit difficult, but we do our best.
Now, are they all throughout the grounds and inside, or
they are? It is a drive-through, which is very timely this year. I think we're in good shape for that because it is a fantastic way to get the family outside, social distance. You stay in your car through this drive. It's almost 3/4 of a mile long drive through, so it's a nice drive. We were talking about how many lights. If we stretched all of our lights end to end and plugged them into each other, we've got almost 38 miles of lights that we in the trees, on the ground. You'll see some in the rocket. You'll see some on some dinosaurs. Anywhere we can put some lights, we try and put lights.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! Now, how many team members does it take to get these lights out?
Well, it's a group effort. We have my crew that generally is cutting grass throughout the year, but this year, this time of year, we switch over to Christmas mode. I've got 3 guys, full time and a part time. We also involve our IT department because most of our lights out here, they don't just glow. We set a lot of this to music, so you can tune in. We've got our own little radio station here, and you tune in your radio dial, and the music or the lights actually move along with the music. So that adds a little bit of extra interest.
When will this open, John?
Yeah, when does it start?
We start, I wish you hadn't even asked me that. It makes my stomach hurt when I think about this. We are 3 weeks away. Generally, we open up the weekend of Thanksgiving, but we thought, you know what, this year we need to open up a little bit early. So we're opening Friday, November 13th.
November 13th. Okay.
And we will not close down until December 30th.
Uh-oh, Friday the 13th.
Don't say that. No. It'll probably rain and somebody's going to get a little shocked or something.
Hey, if it rains, you can stay in your car. You don't
maybe it'll snow. How about that? That would.
John, do you ever have anybody drives through? They look at 1.2 million lights and say, "John, I think there's one out on top of the reindeer."
That sounds like my wife, actually. That's one reason I don't have any Christmas lights at home.
So do you charge by carload or?
It is. It's per carload. $10 per car. If you want to bring a church group, a school group, civic group, whatever, 15 passenger vans, we go to $15. And then if you really want to go all out and get a charter bus, school bus, something like that, we'll let those through too for just $25. So it's for $50 for the charter bus. But
oh wow, we can stroll through in the RV, right?
I know, just stay warm and have hot chocolate and cookies and.
Well, once this passes, everything's going to go well. So once this passes, what's your favorite time of year out there? You do you're on the grounds director, so you do all of the landscaping. So what's your favorite time of the year to do the planting?
I'm going to say, well, I've got 2 or 3 different favorite times. One is about mid-February because that's when all the lights come back down and we're through with all the lights. It usually takes us a month and a half or 2 to take them back down. So then that's about the chance that we get to catch our breath just a little bit. And then we, in this business or this line of work, always spring is just, you look for those warm days, things start budding out. You see some flowers. I get to go play in the dirt again. So it's nice just to be able to get through that winter time and get back out and on the grounds a good bit.
Oh, wow.
John, it's really good to have you with us. I'm glad to have met you because I'm going to tell my wife, I said, I've got a new friend named John Watkins, and he doesn't take his Christmas lights down until February. maybe she'll leave me alone.
But that means you'll have to put 1 million of them up, so be careful.
I'm not going to tell her that part, John.
Okay.
Okay. That's just between us.
That's
Very
right.
good.
It's really good to see you, and
It's nice to
Merry
meet you,
Christmas.
John.
John.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
We're going back to the main stage, and we welcome once again the very talented Miss Joyce.
We won't just us, but it feels like it's just us. We just want a piece, yeah, of that simple peace. They say trust us, but they don't put no trust in us. 'Cause all we've ever wanted was a little bit of freedom. When I step outside, oh, I still feel locked in. 'Cause they gon' judge me, yeah, by my skin. I can't plant my seeds, no, 'cause you stole our land. And you raped our women while they raised your children. And we won't just us, but it feels like it's just us. We just want a piece, yeah, of that simple peace. They say trust us, but they don't put no trust in us. 'Cause all we've ever wanted was a little bit of freedom.
For the most reliable drinking water supply at the highest quality, reach for the tap. Our tap water is safe and continues to exceed all government requirements. For more information about our drinking water, visit www.jaxenergy.com/JEACCR.
Move over. It's the law. When approaching work vehicles or crews, move over to create a safety zone. It protects utility workers, law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency personnel. It's not an option. Slow down. It could save a life. Stay safe. Move over.
Hi, I'm Kedrick Perkins, PGA General Manager at Jackson Country Club. Jackson Country Club's amenities are true Southern hospitality. Championship golf course, fine dining, 6 tennis courts, Junior Olympic pool and fitness. We pride ourselves in giving our members the best. Choosing JEA was a logical choice so that we could tie in our phone, internet, and cable solutions so that we can advance our next segment of technology.
I knew it hurt her.
My heart broke in half, and I felt like I was about as close to losing her as I was going to get.
And active addiction, you don't know what's going on. What I thought about was the little girl with the pageant dress on. I knew that I wasn't supposed to be doing these things. There is hope.
She found inside herself that she's way better than that. and she rose from it.
Welcome back to Six in the City. Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller with you, and we welcome Joyce Howard. She performs under the name Miss Joyce. She has been our musical guest. And Joyce, it is good to see you.
Yes, it is great, awesome to see you all as well.
It's been a while since you've been on with us.
Yes, it has.
Okay.
Yes,
Are you living in Memphis now? I know you're doing good.
Yes, me and my kids, we still reside in Memphis, Tennessee.
Okay.
It has been a minute, and that's kind of what led up to the event today that I'm going to be talking to you all about. Actually, I've been gone for a minute because in 2018 I was a victim of gun violence, and I wasn't able to perform. I didn't even know if I was still going to be here, and thank God that I am still here. I was actually I suffered head trauma. I was shot in the head, and I wasn't able. Yes, and so
We just
I've
thought you weren't
been
answering your emails, Joyce.
right. I know, because it's been twice I was supposed to come, and it was like I had to cancel, and I was like, I'm going to eventually have to let them know, because those are like my family, and like a lot of people, they may have seen it online, but unless you talk to people personally, they just don't know, and you can't blame people for not necessarily knowing what's going on, because I don't stay in Jackson anymore.
Right.
And so, but it happened June 24, 2018. And so I've just been busy, still working on music, still was doing acting things, but kind of backed away because I had to go through physical therapies, surgeries, different things like that, just getting well and getting myself better. And then a lot of the things that I found that I was going through mentally and emotionally from being a victim of gun violence, I found there weren't a lot of resources that I feel like were really helping me.
Okay.
So I decided to come up with, I prayed and talked to people, loved ones that were there for me. And we have Love Heals. These are the shirts.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all can see those designs.
Yeah, that's good.
But we have those shirts. The Love Heals Foundation was created to let you know that when you feel like you don't have anything else, money, whatever, when you're down with it, that find that place of love. And when it's real love from whether it's family, friends, community, that does heal, because some things you will never fully get over. And and I've had to accept I would never fully get over that event. But through the love of others and the love that I have for myself, I will be able to continue to heal day to day and pass that on to others.
So how do people get the shirts, Joyce? How do they get involved with what you're doing?
You can contact me online, PayPal, Miss Joyce Music, MISSJOYCE, or just contact me on any of my social media and say, hey, we would like one of your Love Heal shirts. How can we pay? We have an event that I'm working on. We're going to have it in Jackson, Tennessee. It's going to be a virtual event and also an event where you can come out. The flyer will probably run in a little while. It's going to be at my dad's church, Reverend Pastor Jerry L. Howard, 4000 Bells Highway, Jackson, Tennessee. We're going to be doing a supply drive, and I'm also going to be singing inspirational and gospel music that day.
What day will that be?
November 21st. It's at 3 p.m. That's on a Saturday. So we have a lot of things. When you think about it, you have our Veterans Day is coming up. We have Thanksgiving coming up. And then we have a lot of parents like myself that have kids that are virtual learning. And so we just need to be able to come together and as a community and do a drive for the needs of supplies. It started out as an internet drive, but then I said it was so much more needs that I found. It's kids that may still need paper. It's kids that may still need pens and pencils. It's kids that may still need food. Or just because they're at home, that doesn't mean that their need of clothes has went away.
Right.
So
that's coming up November the 3rd, Miss Joyce Music.
Nope. November the 21st.
November 21st.
3 p.m.
3 p.m. Okay, it's been on the screen. I can't see it.
Get them on track. Get them on track.
Yeah, well, I'll let everybody know the screen. I just
to,
can't see the screen. All right, Miss Joyce, it is so good to see you. We're glad to have you with us.
It is so good to see you.
Glad you're well or better.
Healed well, so and that we could see your smiling face again.
We're
Yes,
going to take a
same
trip to
you
Bethel
guys.
University. We're going to do that next as we continue Six in the
Six in
City.
the
Thanks,
City.
Joyce.
The SOAR Award, System Operational Achievement Recognition, presented by the American Public Gas Association, recognizes forward-thinking natural gas utilities that continually improve operation capabilities, adapt to challenges, and the changing demands of safe, reliable natural gas distribution. In 2019, the APGA Gold SOAR Award was presented to the Natural Gas Division of JEA. System integrity, forward-thinking innovation, all a real part of JEA today.
At Southern Family Dentistry, we offer dental treatment for your entire family. We have the latest 3D digital x-ray system. We offer implants, veneers, teeth whitening, and all the other normal services you receive at the dental office. We have 2 offices, one in Milan and one in Jackson, and E+ broadband telephone services allows us to connect both of those offices. It doesn't matter which office the patient calls, we have the ability to speak to that patient at either location.
Experience something new with View It Video on Demand. Now you can preview and rent movies with your remote. Press the TiVo button to go to the home screen. Select View It on Demand to get started. Browse new movie releases and events. Select what you want to watch, then rent. There's even free stuff. You'll find karaoke songs, fun screensavers for your TV, videos for the kids, and more. Experience more with TiVo and View It Video on Demand.
Well, the magic of Zoom, and we're headed to Bethel University.
That's
Steve
right.
Bowers and Cassandra Fuller with you on Six in the City. We welcome Dr. Kimberly Martin and Lindsay Dawkins, who's been a regular guest of ours for so many years and has been with RIFA and everything else. Lindsay, it's good to see you on a personal basis.
And good to see you guys.
Are they treating you well up there? You like it up there all right?
I do like it. You know, Rifle will always be, you know, a special place in my heart for sure. But I do enjoy Bethel University. They're doing great work over there and get to spend some time with Dr. Martin and the work that she's doing through our College of Professional Studies. So a lot of
Tell us about Dr. Kimberly Martin. We're about to meet her, so tell us about her.
Well, Dr. Martin is our Vice President, College of Professional Studies. And so that is our adult education version and part of our campus. And so she can talk more about that because she's in that every single day. And so I would love to hear what she has to say.
All right, Dr. Martin's good to have you with us.
Well, thank you for having me.
What all does your work encompass then at the university?
Well, the College of Professional Studies targets adult degree seekers, and we try to make programs that are designed to work for busy adult learners. So we offer associate's, bachelor's, and master's degrees, and also certificates that are offered either one night a week at our convenient satellite locations or completely online.
Wow. So I go all the way to a master's.
Yeah, exactly.
And we have lots of people that have gone, you know, Mayor Conger is one of our alums, and he went through our MBA program. So that's online. So lots of great people that have come through the program at Bethel.
Now, you've got some special recognition for some of these areas, right? Things that are going on up there.
Yes, we have. We are thrilled that recently our online criminal justice program was ranked in the top 25 online bachelor's programs for criminal justice in the country. And also recently our MBA program was ranked, and our emergency services management program was ranked this year too. So 3 really great programs.
Bethel University, I know, was one of the first to get into this type of education here in our region, and it's obviously been extremely successful because you're there and it's continuing and is now recognized internationally.
Yes, we have had programs targeted for adult learners for several decades now, and our faculty and staff are continuously working hard to improve those programs and make them the best that they can possibly be. They do a great job working with our students and offering really quality programs.
Dr. Martin, how do we find out what all I can do online?
Well, the easiest way is to go to our website. It's bethelu.edu. You can reach out to us there or learn more on the website. We also have a really talented team of admission counselors who are on standby, ready to walk you through the process of applying or answer any questions that you might have about our program.
And Dr. Kimberly, you talked about having satellite locations. Know where are those?
Well, we have a campus in Jackson on the 45 bypass. We also have one in Memphis, in Nashville, in Clarksville, and in Paris. And that's in addition to our main campus, which is in McKenzie.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize you had one in Clarksville. I knew about the others, but I didn't realize that.
So how does this work, doctor? Then is it all online, classroom setting that's done virtual, or what all is involved in these programs?
So we offer both. We offer programs that are 100% online, work at your own pace during the week with assignments due each week. And we also offer programs that meet one night a week on campus at our satellite campuses. So whether you prefer to study all online, kind of independently, or if you prefer to be in a classroom setting, we have something that works for you either way.
When you do those virtual settings, then is it the same class being done at all those different locations, or will Jackson have a set of classes different from Clarksville or the other settings? How does it work?
Yeah, so our virtual classes actually are for students who are all over the world. I mean, we have students logging into those classes from their homes anywhere.
Okay.
Our classes that meet on campus are independent classes for each location.
Okay.
So,
So those are lecture classes, in-person classes, then, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Wow. When you get a degree, for example, in criminal justice, does that include both online and on-campus type settings, or is it all one or the other? Or
our programs are all one or the other. So you sign up for an online program or you sign up for an on-campus program.
okay, well they don't mix. How many different degrees can I get?
We offer associate, bachelor's, and master's programs in business, criminal justice, emergency services management.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, wow. And those have been underway for the last several years then?
They have, yes.
And I think one of the great things is that all these programs are really designed with the students in mind, that no matter where you are, if you're just starting out or if you have a little experience under your belt, they are for you, if that's the associate's, bachelor's, or master's programs. And
So if I'm working in criminal justice, then I could enhance my career then, right?
You're right. You know, I got to talk with Tyrese Miller. We know that he was just recently
U.S. Marshal, yeah.
That's right. And then Chief John Drake, the Nashville interim police chief, they both went through our program, and I got to speak with them not too long ago, and both of them said that because of Bethel's Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice, that's why they have the jobs that they have.
So Dr. Martin's taking credit for Tyrese Miller. That's a good move, Doctor. That's a good move. We're going to continue this conversation. We'll be right back with them as we continue. We're talking about Bethel University. Oh, we have music coming up next, and then we go.
Yes, Miss Joyce is going to sing.
All right. Miss Joyce is going to sing. Well, we're going to clear out of the way and let Miss Joyce sing, and we'll resume our conversation with Dr. Martin and with Lindsay Dawkins right here at 6 in the City.
You will never find him being the money's gone and all my friends have vanished, and I can't seem to find no help or love for free. I know there's no need to panic, 'cause I'll find him next to me. When the gray skies are all around us, and I can't seem to find no help or love for free. All I need's a helping hand, the tears are falling. I'll find him next to me. Next to me. Ooh, next to me. Ooh, next to me. Ooh, I will find him, I'll find him next to me. Next to me. Ooh, next to me. Ooh, next to me. Ooh, I will find him, I'll find him next to me. I will find him, I'll find him next to me.
Tired of internet that leaves you waiting and monitoring your usage with extra fees? Switch to E Plus Broadband from the Jackson Energy Authority for fiber optic internet with the fastest speeds to keep everyone connected. Enjoy being online as much as you want without worrying about extra fees or data usage limits. Perfect for when you need to download and upload large files, stream videos, or use your favorite video conferencing app. E Plus Broadband, fastest internet, no data caps, no slowdowns, no worries. The JEA app. With it, you may view the electric outage map, report electric outages, receive electric outage alerts, view your current account information in real time. You can even make a payment with one click. Name, account number, you're in. Convenient access with the free JEA app, keeping you connected with JEA today.
Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller welcoming you back to 6 in the City. We'll hear more from Miss Joyce coming up later. It's always good to have her with us. We're going to continue our conversation about Bethel University. Dr. Kimberly Martin is with us, College of Professional Studies there, and Lindsay Dawkins handles all the communications. We're talking about Bethel University, and I asked if Dale Kelly was still the athletic director, and you said he still is.
He is, yes.
Right, all right. Well, it's great. Give him our regards. A long time friend. We haven't seen him in a while, but it's great. We're talking about the College of Professional Studies. If you're just joining us, it's an opportunity to get multiple degrees at different levels, all the way through a master's in different courses of study. And you can do it online or you can do it in classroom. And it's one or the other, right? Doctor, you pick what track you want to get on.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And we don't have to drive to McKenzie to do it if we want to do online classes, because or if we want to do in-person classes, because you got satellite locations. So
that's right. You know, we have our satellite locations throughout the state to try to make it convenient for everyone to be able to get a degree.
Okay. This has been a key complement to the on-campus situation in McKenzie, Tennessee for Bethel University. So I take it that it has enhanced the university as far as its enrollment, financial situation, and everything else.
Sure. Yeah, the College of Professional Studies has been a really important part of Bethel for the last several decades. About half of our student body is adult students who are taking classes in the College of Professional Studies online or at our satellite campuses. It's really a huge part of the university.
Wow, that is huge.
Is it possible to get those degrees on campus in McKenzie? Or is it,
Mhm.
you can do that as well. So do you have students in that are attracted in that wind up coming to McKenzie and becoming full-time students there?
Really, our College of Professional Studies is targeted toward adult students. Our College of Arts and Sciences in McKenzie is our primarily residential college for the traditional age college students.
Yeah.
So two separate tracks.
It's a way to separate us old people, Fuller, without them saying you can't come on campus. You know what I mean?
That's kind of right. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be much more appropriate for a satellite location, Mr. Bowers.
I think you need a satellite location, Mr. Bowers.
Think about doing this online. We think you'll be a lot happier.
Well, Lindsay, how's your job going? You are now the University Relations Communications Specialist. So how is that different from your previous job?
Yeah, well, a lot of it is similar in the technical aspect of what I do, but it's obviously higher education. Never been in that role before, but glad to join the team and be able to tell Bethel's story, be able to tell people about the on-campus and the College of Professional Studies and the good things that are happening there. You know, we're being ranked for lots of different programs, and that's exciting, and we want to be able to tell people. And so it's been fun to help get the word out and to tell those stories of great things that are happening.
Well, you're seeing this campus and all for the first time. It's a new job for you. What do you tell people about that?
Well, I tell people that it is a great opportunity, that we have different tracks like Dr. Martin talked about through our College of Arts and Sciences, our College of Professional Studies, and our College of Health Sciences. And so there's something available for you. And we want to be able to walk beside you to ultimately to become the best you that you can be. And if that's in, this program or a different program, we want to be able to do that. And just that the students are important. The students have great opportunities at Bethel, and we want to just be able to see them flourish. And that's through, their highest potential of becoming the best that they can be.
Our colleges are such an enhancement to West Tennessee, and goes back to the days when there were colleges in every community. I think Bethel started in Macklemoresville, right?
You're right.
So it shows that, what starts, you never know. And here it is all these years later. And I think if you'd gone back 40 or 50 years and said that it's going to be virtual, online, or whatever, people said that's not going to happen. And it's amazing how Bethel has evolved in its years and continues to serve West Tennessee. Well, in fact, a lot larger area than West Tennessee.
Right.
Well, Lindsay, it's good to see you again. And Dr. Martin, it's very good to meet you.
It is very nice to meet you.
And we hope you'll
congratulations on your rankings.
On recognition, yes, and all that. And so the best way to find out about Bethel, Lindsay, is go where?
BethelU.edu. Our website has all the information, and we would love to talk with you about our College of Professional Studies and any other questions you may have.
Okay. So you the best in the season. Dr. Martin, it's good to see you, and we hope to see you again soon.
Right. Thank you guys for being here.
We're right back with more as we continue, including Miss Joyce will be back with us on 6 in the City.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
As we all take care and precautions, practicing social distancing with more time at home, we may find ourselves using more broadband too, relying on internet, television, and telephone services to stay connected to work, school, and family. JA is working hard to keep our customers, employees, and families safe while bringing vital services during this time. Keeping you connected to the essential broadband services Jackson's homes and businesses depend on is one thing you can count on at JEA today.
Baby, you see, I cannot set you free. My Thank you.
Thank you. Steve Bowers and Cassandra Fuller welcoming you back to 6 in the City. Thanks to all of our guests. What a great lineup of people and so many diverse things happening in Jackson and in West Tennessee. Do want to remind you that we'll be back with football this coming Friday Night Live. The second step in the battle for the Commissioner's Cup will feature Southside at Liberty. And that'll
Ooh,
be
you
live
better
at
have
7
you
o'clock.
better have your warm clothes out because
Yes, yeah. 35 by Saturday morning, they're saying.
I know it's gonna be cold.
The yard will not have to be mowed anymore.
No, not if it's gonna be what they say it's gonna be.
Look also on your calendar and be sure to get there. The Christmas parade is scheduled for December the 7th, and we're planning on live coverage of the Christmas parade. Hope you can be there downtown and all these other things that are happening. And be sure to catch on E+ TV 6, still doing the replay of the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame induction, which was a 20-person class this year, an amazing gathering of people, and also the suffrage reenactment on the 100th anniversary of the key vote in Tennessee. They gave people like Fuller the right to vote.
That's right.
You know.
And we're proud of that.
Speaking of voting, advanced voting gets underway this week. So election time is here.
It's here. Yeah. Tomorrow.
Wednesday the 14th through the 29th. Yeah. Well, Fuller's always good to see you.
It's always good to see you too. I'm glad we can continue to do this virtually. It's good to be in person, but we got to do what we got to do. So.
And really great to get caught up with and find out more about Miss Joyce. We're going to let her close this show. This is very talented, Miss Joyce Howard.
Go ahead and end the meeting then.
All right. See y'all.
Steady love, the way that he looks at me when he holds my hand. He wants everyone to know I'm his woman and he is my man. We can talk about anything. He's got nothing to hide. He's not ashamed of his feelings, and he's not a slave to his pride. He's giving me love so steady. He touches my heart. Now I'm ready. He touches my soul and my spirit. Yeah, he's giving me love. He loves me so steady. Ooh, steady love. Ooh, steady love. I ain't never met a man that I wanted to be his wife. But then he came along. It's so natural to make a life. 'Cause you're the perfect complement. 'Cause I'm a boss in my world. But when we're together, he just makes me feel like his girl. He's giving me love so steady. He touches my heart. Now I'm ready. He touches my soul and my spirit. Yeah, he's giving me love. He loves me so. He puts every other man I've ever known to shame. I just wanna be with him, walk with him, sleep with him, talk with him, be with him every day. I wanna mother his children, make breakfast on Sunday, breakfast on Monday, invite and then make up again. 'Cause if life's gonna be crazy anyway, I wanna do it with him. Steady